This is One on One. We are pleased to be joined by Dr. Maria Teresa Montilla, who is president of Latino Leadership Alliance in New Jersey. Good to see you, Doctor.
Good to be here, Steve.
Yeah. Let's talk about the fact that Latino representation in the state of New Jersey and the nation, interesting. Percentage of New Jersey population that happens to be Latino is?
Roughly 18%, that of the national percentage of Latino population also.
Okay, so in New Jersey government, if you take the state legislature, right, an august body that I used to be a member of for a very short one-term period, 2 years, back in the day, I remember we had very few members of the Latino community. Today, how many? We
still have too few among our senators and assembly people. Based on the population, really, we should be at roughly 18%.
What do we have?
Representation under 6% right now. We have two state senators that are
So it's Senator Teresa Ruiz and Senator
Nellie
Poe, right here as we tape in Paterson, New Jersey.
Exactly.
Where she represents.
So if
two out of 40.
Yes, absolutely. And overall, assembly people, I think we have 6 or 7.
Out of 80.
But if you go by percentage, you're talking about 18%, roughly.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that it's disproportionately lower, the number of representatives versus the population itself?
Well, there are a few factors that contribute to that. It's not just one simple answer, but one of them is a lack of Latino participation in the political system, the structure of the party, I would say. You know that our system calls for the parties either nominating, having candidates. It's not the general public or independent people that run.
It's an inside game.
It's an inside game run by two private organizations, the Republican and the Democratic Party, who determine within their organization who's going to be on the ballot. So if you're not part of that organization, you will never be on a ballot. And Latinos don't have high representation at that level.
You're trying to change it.
We are trying to change it. We're trying to stimulate and increase the participation of Latinos in the political system, both within the parties and outside the party. As you might know, independent or unaffiliated voters in New Jersey are the majority, actually more than the sum of Republicans and Democrats together. And that reflects actually the trend nationwide. Unaffiliated voters are really, the sum of those who are affiliated to either party. So from that point, we're also stimulating participation of all Latinos.
You're also working with the folks over at Berkeley College to try to change this dynamic. How?
Well, Berkeley College is our partner in the new project that we have launched, which is the Latino Leadership Academy.
The Latino Leadership Academy. Go ahead.
That is a 10-month course where people aspiring to be leaders in either in public office, public service, will go through a very extensive boot camp kind of a course covering all areas of leadership, from public speaking to defining your mission, public ethics in public service, and so forth. So it's a very comprehensive.
But what's Berkeley's role in that?
Berkeley is housing the project and will also grant the participants in the program continuing education credits for the 50 hours of work that participants are taking place in.
It's so interesting. If there's another component, is there a public safety component in all this?
Yes. The Latino Leadership Alliance, founded back in 1999, really responding to the growth of the Latino community and its need to be unified in one voice, to have all voices of Latino descent united or unified for the purposes of advocacy and representation in the state of New Jersey. So the Alliance functions in commissions or committees of work, like education, immigration, public safety, and civil rights, which is the one you mentioned, and they function as entities within the Alliance.
What are they fighting for?
Overall, we are fighting for access, fair representation in New Jersey at all levels of government.
But in terms of public safety, what's the issue?
Well, the main thrust of our Commission on Public Safety is to promote fair treatment and protection of civil rights for the population at large, but also for our law enforcement officers within departments, which is interesting because when you talk about protection of civil rights, you usually tend to think that it's just the general public. But we're talking about our own officers within departments.
Oh, hold on, are you saying that to some extent those who are in law enforcement who are Latino are in fact somehow treated differently?
Oh, absolutely.
How so?
When it comes to promotion and fair treatment at work, oh, absolutely. I'm sure you know of studies, both in the past and also recent, with the state police and other law enforcement officers, where our Latino or minority officers are not given the same opportunities or afforded the same opportunities for promotion and for treatment within the department. So one of the things that we have done under the leadership of Richard Rivera, who's a retired state trooper, is a couple of things. The main one, we have established units of community relations, community law enforcement relations within prosecutors' offices, for example. We have conducted investigations and submitted a report on fair treatment in various police departments around New Jersey. And we have achieved, like I said, a major component of what we consider community law enforcement relations, which is the establishment. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. As you know, and we hear. You hear around the nation, if the community and the police are not working in conjunction, then policing is not being effective at many levels.
Well, more work needs to be done. And Doctor, thank you for talking about this important issue with many components, and I assure you it won't be the last time we have this conversation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the CAUCUS Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by Berkeley College, Valley National Bank, New Jersey Resources, Create, NJM, Josh S. Weston, and by Verizon. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.